I gotta get a swig. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. It's tea. We have a few more leaves starting to turn, but I don't know. They're not turning yet very much. Probably about 2 or 3 more weeks. They'll start turning more.
They're dropping.
They're dropping. Yes, they are doing that. The ones that are turning are dropping. So I stepped on my oxygen in there, evidently, and unplugged it from my green tubing. Joe says, "Hold up, you pulled your oxygen loose." Or what happens if I talk too much on that pulse ox?
It beeps.
It gets mad at me. It wants me to take a breath every so often, like that, because it's a pulse ox. So it thinks I'm not breathing, which when you're talking, you do breathe through your mouth more. So I need to remember to do this if I'm on that machine. What do you guys want to discuss tonight? Come on, tell me. We decided there is a dig up by around O'Neill somewhere, and they're digging up, like ancient bones, mostly. I don't know if it's a dinosaur, if it's more. He said something about rhinoceros. And
all kinds of animals.
Yeah. Well, I know there's a mammoth dig up by South Dakota somewhere. But anyway, so he wanted to go up and get a chance to at least get into their visitor center. Well, it took us a whole lot longer to get up there that way. And then we still had to get from O'Neill to our camp. So, but we made it. I had to call the ladies that ran the camp ahead of time. And they said, "Don't worry about it. We'll keep the lights on." So I had to tell them, we're going to be there later than we thought. We got there a little before 8, I think. And they were standing there just smiling. And
They even helped us unload.
yeah, they helped us unpack. They knew I was on oxygen and stuff. And the one had gone in there that day and cleaned for like 3 hours to make sure that there was no dust or anything. That it was cleaner than my house. Very nice place, very nice. And there's like 5 cabins, and I think they were the only ones that we saw that had the longhorns, weren't they?
They had a couple longhorns.
Yeah. Anyway, but you don't generally see longhorns up there, but I don't know if they have them because they're originally from Texas or something, or if it's just part of the appeal of the ranch. But if you've watched the videos from then you've got an idea what we're talking about. Because anyway, if you go look at them, I was trying to get a picture of some video of them. I rolled my window down, and that noise it makes when I roll it down, because it's electrical window, it scared them. And they started running away to the back of their pen. So I just zoomed in. I said, "You guys can't get away from me." So there's a lot of fun stuff like that if you go back and watch the videos. And we got back, I think something like that. We got back Tuesday evening.
Yeah, it wore us out more than we thought it would.
Yeah, we're not as young as we thought we were.
Yeah.
Well, one mistake we made was not asking at the visitor center how, because they said they had a brand new wheelchair accessible trail up to Smith Falls. Oh, that's gorgeous. And those are in the videos too. We started to go up, and we should have taken my scooter on. That was a long trail when you're pushing me in a wheelchair. He was huffing and puffing because it was pretty much uphill, and they had it in, slight grades because otherwise, the walking paths were at stairs. But poor guy was huffing and puffing. But he got to go down to the bottom and take the best shot of the falls coming down off the top and down to the bottom. And I mean, it's the tallest falls in Nebraska.
The sun was kind of shining, so it kind of blurred your vision a little bit. It's kind of hard to see some of it.
Yeah. Sometimes you couldn't tell what you were seeing through the lens.
Yeah.
But this camera, it surprises me because a lot of times when I can't see what's there, it gets it. And it's very clear. So that's one reason this is a favorite camera. We got home Tuesday night.
6 o'clock.
About 6 o'clock.
Took us 8 hours. It's a little
And I think I finished the last of the video from the trip home.
It's about 425 miles.
From here. We're in the southern end of the state. That's the northern end of the state. Now here we have clay. It's a much more solid soil here. Up there, it's sand. Well, they don't grow. They just harvest the grass that grows, natural grasses that grow out. I did see sorghum. Those natural grass, prairie grasses and stuff, that's all they feed them. And it takes, I guess, was it the year before?
Yeah.
They didn't have a whole lot of snow. And they were skimping. They was having to buy some bales. And so this last winter, they had a lot of snow, and they had a bumper crop of hay.
Well, grass.
Grass, yeah. It's all grass up there.
It's not really hay.
No, it's not. Hay is alfalfa. But anyway, they do down here, if they can get some brome grass, they'll do it. But because that'll sometimes grow tall and wild and in the ditches along the road if they can get down in there. But yeah, the grass is sparser up there, much more sparse, but that's why they've got a lot more acreage that they bale. But yeah, it's a real, very interesting place. Valentine isn't a large town as far as population, but it's a tourist town. Smith Falls, they said if we'd have come during the main season, that thousands of people would have been coming in there. And I'm glad we didn't have all that crowd to mess with.
Yeah.
It's just harder. Well, we neither one like a lot of crunch and crowds. I mean, we don't really care for crowds. Either one of us. Unless it's like family, but then we still like to have enough space for everybody to move around, and because with little kids, they don't sit still. Go figure, huh? And you're looking at the ceiling.
I'm looking at the ceiling.
He likes ceilings. Actually, he looks at stuff he wants to work on. And this roof is much newer than the rest of the porch. And he wants to insulate it and close it in. He wants to strip the rug off. It's one of those very old green rugs. It's really not even that old AstroTurf, it's just a green rug. But He wants to paint the floor like he did the back porch. So he has plans. But he's been working on stuff so much this summer, I don't know if he'll get this one done yet. Because he's still working on windows right now.
Yeah.
And he's been doing some repair work to the foundation. More or less just, checking for cracks, filling in cracks, and stuff like that. So. Well, I don't know what more we can say. Go back and watch those videos. They were just, there was so much. It's like, well, and I say it in the video, but it is really like moving or going from one planet to another within a few hours.
There's a lot of lakes up there.
Yes, there are. There was one lake that we stopped at, and the current was just really had a great current for a lake. And at first I thought it was a river, but it was a lake. And there were several others. They had a lot of different campgrounds and ranch camps and stuff. I mean, like I said, it's tourist up there. There's another waterfall around there somewhere. But
Yeah, Snake Falls, I think it's called.
yeah. We went to Smith Falls.
Yeah.
But it's just the differences. We've gone we're more or less east. We've gone east to west on I-80 when we were headed for Colorado. And there's a huge difference there. Well, we've gone out to, we went out as far as North Platte for Chimney Rock and stuff is out there. Went out for a writers convention. But Nebraska's a lot more interesting than people realize. But what one of the things that I noticed about Smith Falls was that it is sandstone. It's sandstone for the most part. If there's limestone in there, that would be, that would not be unusual, because down here there's a lot of limestone, but there is some sandstone too. And so it kind of works. But there's more limestone here. Up there it's more sandstone. And that sandstone wall there that Smith Falls comes down on, it's just, the colors of brown that it goes through are really fascinating to me. So, well, let's say goodnight.
Night.
We love you. And have a nice evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Be sure to smile and wave at someone. People do smile back, and it makes them feel better. Good night. There may be some there may be I get too many bloopers.